The M6 Yo, a tier 10 American tech tree heavy, and a tank that I still do not think was nerfed enough in the latest update of the game. What happened to this vehicle? Well, Wargaming made its aiming time about 1 second worse for the 120mm. But they didn't change anything else about the 120. So it still has 2500 DPM, and you are still able to deal a whopping 900 damage in just 1.71 seconds of the first shot. Not only that, but it still features reticle calibration, meaning that you're not going to struggle to hit your shots either, even with the worse aiming time. Not only that, but the O actually got a mobility boost, going now at a top speed of 38 from what used to be 36, keeping the same power to weight ratio. The only other nerf was like 20 mils to its upper plate or something like that, but honestly, I don't care. The Yo is not a vehicle that is known for having the strongest upper plate to begin with. Most AP shells could cut through it. So, yeah, really, Wargaming didn't touch the tank too much. They made it slightly faster, and they made the gun aim in slightly longer. But as long as you can still deal 900 damage in 1.7 seconds, I'm still going to call this an overpowered tank. As I've said many times on the channel before, and I will continue to say many times in the future, the only way to balance the Yo, with at least the double shotgun, which I put into the broken category on my tier list, is by nerfing its intraclip, or by nerfing the DPM. But nerfing the intraclip would definitely solve a lot of the issues. Changing it to at least 3 seconds would still double it from the current 1.7, and still be quick enough to out-reload most opponents you're up against. I just personally think, and I think most of you are going to agree, after watching 2 Battles Alive gameplay, that 1.71 seconds is just a little too quick. But we're going to find out. Let's head into the front line. I'm going to make my way to mid-hill. I pinged for my team. That's exactly where I'll be going, and hopefully they're going to help me. What do we have up against us? Chieftain, E100, AMX-50B, Sheridan, E3, and a 113. That is 4 heavies, only 1 light, and 2 tank destroyers. That's fine with me, though. What the... Wow, they are already spotted all in our spawn. And while that is something I'm a little worried about, at the same time, we're going to get 1 shell into the Chieftain, 2 shells into the Chieftain, and voila! That is 880 hit points taken off of his tank. And there you go. That is why this is a stupid vehicle. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at the game currently going on, and I have a bit of an idea. This BZ needs to move out of my way. Move, move, move. Oh my god, bro. Move! 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 Move, bonehead! Frickin' ape. Well, that's gonna suck now for me. I wanted to make it up the hill, and I definitely would have been able to if my BZ did not get in my way there. But at least we brought the Chieftain down to a one-shot. Let's see... Oh, what are we looking at? Ah! I don't know how that Sheridan actually penned me. I actually have no clue, like, how the Sheridan was able to cut through my armor there. Interesting maneuver from that Sheridan as well. Alright, I'm going to try and get up the hill now. I think that's the play to make, and I'm going to go for it. Yes, just like that. Beautiful. We also have the enemy Sheridan. We got 1 400 damage shot, and there you go, 796. Those were low rolls, and we still took 796 off of that Sheridan, ruining his game. But the major thing I was focused on here was simply climbing up mid-hill, because now it gives me the massive capabilities of just overlooking the enemy. We have the 183. Problem is that Chieftain is spotting me, and that's not ideal. Well, I don't know what to do right now. Ah, okay. Well, apparently they have an E3 who gets 1 shell into me, but you know what? I track him at least. It's better than nothing. I'll take it. There wasn't really any way I was going to predict they had an E3 sitting in their spawn. I kind of thought he was up towards the rest of our team over there, but oh well. In 5 seconds we'll have 2 shots, and we should be able to get out some big old bonkies into the 113 most reliably here, so let's just wait. We have that 183 still chilling in the back, and I don't really care about the 113. We get 1 and 2. What? Okay. We love lag. That shell was so delayed, it wasn't even funny, bruh. That was literally like 2 seconds behind. Oh man, that sucks. Well, that E3's still sitting behind us, that's a fact, and Well, my teammate got absolutely clapped by the enemy there, which is not ideal. We got one shell into you and one shell into you. Even with the lag kind of screwing me over for the first shots in this game, we're still at 3,800 damage. Now, yes, you could make the argument, the triple shot would have done better. And sure, maybe it would have in this game. But at the end of the day, we're still doing fine. We're still getting out damage, and there's really nothing to complain about with this game. So, let's see. I'm going to poke the E100, and there you go. E100 shoots. We're going to load one gold shell right into his tank, and we get an AP. 937. Just like that. That puts us up to 4,700 damage. And that player is a goner. Will the E3 shoot me? I don't know, nor do I really care. I mean, the E3 only has 145 health anyway, so it's not like it matters all too much. So, yeah, pretty easy stuff. Let's see, are we going to be able to get a shell into the E3? Nah, we would have been able to, but obviously our Rhino is able to get that shell out. Well, I think that was already a good example of where the double shot is kind of stupid. Right at the beginning, Chieftain pokes. There goes 900 of his health. And the Sheridan thinks that he makes a pretty good play. Nope, we drive up the hill. Boom, another 900 health. And we even low-rolled him. I think we only did 800. We double-tapped the E100, taking over 900 off of him. It's just stupid. And as you've noticed, the aiming time nerf didn't really seem to affect the tank at all because its on-movement dispersion is pretty good. That's what people forget. Sure, aiming time might be worse, but if you have good base on-movement values, it's not going to affect your vehicle too much, especially when you have reticle calibration. I'm pairing that with refined gun, and you're really just not going to run into problems. I do think that the triple shot obviously has its own capabilities as well. I think that there is a lot of people out there that really like the triple shot, but personally, I don't find it that scary. When I'm fighting a triple shot, I don't mind trading. If I'm in, let's say, an E100, for example, I will easily poke that tank, bam, 660 if I'm running the big gun, back into cover, and at worst comes to worst, the Yo will get 2 shots into me, dealing 600 damage, and I will still have out-traded at 660 in return. And I have a lot more health, and I have a lot more armor, meaning that that Yo probably has to load gold to pen me. And in return, this gun can get both shells out faster then the Yo can get out just 2 of its shells with the triple shot. That's what I find wild. You would think that the triple shot would have the faster intra-clip, but no, it's actually the double shot. So here we are on Dead Rail, my least favorite map in the game, but at least we are in a decent tank for Dead Rail. And we'll see what we can do here. We have a 57 Heavy, XM66F, and a WZ-113. We can see that 38 km/h top speed here, and the Yo actually has a really good power to weight, so what's nice is that you don't really need to worry about being slow at all. I mean, we can see even like the 113, which is one of the faster heavies, we're basically keeping on par with. So we're going to activate our reticle Cali. There's 1 shell and 2 shells. Boom. Just like that, we have done over 1,300 damage to that VK, and we back up and wait. Yep, welcome to the life of the double shot Yo. Now, yes, again, triple shot. I'd probably be getting out more damage, but I'm also exposing my tank to more damage, so you have to keep that in mind. We are going to simply reload, and let's see if we can get some damage into that Hori. A 1 and a 2. 955 health off of the Hori. Just like that, we've dealt over, what, 2,000 damage, and now we just back up. Do you see how stupid the double shot mechanic is on this tank? You basically don't bleed anything. You wait patiently, and then you get your shells back, and you do it again, and again, and again. So, we're going to reload here ever so slightly. We have the 215B on the side of us, and there's 1 pen into the 215B, 2 pens, and 736 health taken off of his tank. Just like that, we are now up to 2,600 damage. I have bled 0 in return, and we sit and reload. Whoa, what a challenging prospect. This tank truly brings us all. Well, 5 more seconds, I'll be ready for the damage dealing once again. Let's see what we can do here. We have the FV215B on my side, and let's aim it on the 215B. There you go, 414, and, well, we do get pens for 684. Too bad we dealt 700 back, so even then we still won the trade. That would most likely be the T110E3 that shot me. It could be the Waffle, but I don't know. It's pretty hard to actually gauge what tank ended up shooting me, but I don't really care. We're doing fine anyway. Let's just reload and see if we can get some damage maybe into this E100. Aiming, and there's 1 pen, 378, and 2 pens, 760. Darn, did you bounce me? Guess I'll back into cover again. Yeah, this tank is stupid. As I always say, sure, triple shot has the DPM advantage, but what this has the advantage of is just not exposing your tank. The amount of time the enemy has had to actually shoot me is very, very minimal, and that is where this gun just has a flat advantage, is where I just don't need to worry. Like, if you're normally running the triple shot, you're going to have to constantly be poking and shooting to get out your damage. But with this gun, that's not a problem that I ever run into. So we're just going to wait a teeny bit, and we have the Waffenträger Panzer IV right in front of us, who we're going to aim in a high explosive on. He's not running Spall. There's a 550. There's a 1046. Yep, there you go. I mean, what else do I need to say, bruh? This tank is stupid. The M6 Show is easily one of the most overpowered tier 10s in the game. I don't care what people say in the comments. It's a fact. You cannot disagree with what I just did in this game. The amount of damage I was able to rip out. 5,904 damage. Barely even broke a sweat. There's no other tier 10 that would have gotten even close to what I did there. You could say, oh, well, the VZ55 has more DPM and a double shot. But the VZ doesn't get out the damage half as quick, and not only that, but the VZ doesn't feature nearly as much gun depression. The M6 Yo features, if I'm not mistaken, 10 degrees of gun depression, which we can see right here. Well, actually, you can't see it. There you go. Now you can see it. 10 degrees of gun depression, where the VZ features 7. And that's a big advantage for the Yo. Not only that, but because this gun has reticle Cali, we can get those shells out way quicker. This is one of my highest average damage tier 10s at 3,600, especially when you realize I have 370 games in it. It's kind of wild just the amount of damage you can get out. Yeah, if you want an absolutely busted tank, drive the M6 Yo. I don't understand why more people don't grind this line. The whole line is great. The tier 9's fantastic. The tier 8's great. It's really just the tier 7 that's kind of mid, but it's worth the trade-off, trust me. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.